we present the Grumbleweeds. Albert, Carl, Graham, Morris and Robin in You Ought to Be in Pictures.
Hello? Oh, hello. How are you? Oh, I am sorry. Is she? Yes. 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 Yes, well, try not to worry. I'm sure she'll pull through. You did? Last Tuesday? How did that happen? Oh, well, they can be dangerous, them swing doors, can't they? Yes, well, oh, I'm sure you'll be all right. Oh, yes. They can transplant anything these days. Yes. Oh, we're all well, yes. Oh, he's fine. Oh, yeah, still as grumpy as ever. Yeah. Of course we will, yes. Well, give her our love, will you? Yes, and don't you worry. Yes. Yes, well, you know where we are if you need us. Yes. Bye-bye.
Oh, was that old fella?
Wrong number.
Oh, look, just a minute. I don't believe this. Wrong flipping number. Wrong number. You were talking to him for 10 minutes.
I know. I always do.
What do you mean you always do?
He rings every day. He thinks I'm the butcher.
Now I know you crackers.
I've been promising I'll deliver his half-pound of pork sausage for 3 weeks.
Stroll on.
I just haven't got the heart to tell him I've only got beef.
You're as mad as he is. Oh, I don't believe it. Here we go again.
Hello? Yeah? Oh, yes.
Never mind all that. Here, give it to me. Hey, stop pestering us, you barnpot. Ring us once again and I'll come round and I'll ram your rotten sausages up your stinking jumper.
That was the vicar.
Here. Who was that on the phone? Was it for us? We're expecting a call, aren't we, Jeffrey?
We are, Ernie.
The lady in the wool shop's ringing us when them 200 balls of bottle green thickness arrive.
She is, yes.
What the heck do you want 200 balls of green wool for?
You're joking. It's a once only, never to be repeated. Fabulous, stupendous, while stocks last. Special offer we couldn't possibly refuse.
Exactly. You don't get offers like this every day.
For every 200 balls you buy, you get a free pair of knitting needles.
Oh, so spare us from these two, will you?
Morning, everybody.
Hello, Ratfish. Hello, Wilfred.
Hello. Hey, I'm right excited today. What time can we start making our film?
Patience, Wilfred, for the film. Once everybody's here, we'll have a meeting and we'll decide who's going to write the script, who's going to play which part, and who's directing it.
I'm ever so excited.
Anyway, we can't do anything till Sid Squeaks repaired my old cine camera, Wilfred.
He said it'd be ready today.
Yep, and as soon as we've got the camera back, we'll get cracking, but not until.
Good advice, that. That's what I call advice. My old granny used to say, never count your bridges before they're hatched.
Your old granny sounds a right wah.
Ah, yes, she was.
I'm ever so excited.
You're behaving like a 5-year-old tri-pound, Grimshaw. Ever since we said we might make our own film, you've been, oh, I'm excited. Nobody else is behaving like that. What's up with you?
Hello, Melanie.
Oh, I'm excited.
I don't believe it.
So have I, Melanie.
When can we start filming?
Belt up the lot of you. You will be excited in a minute. You'll be excited because you won't know what hit you.
What will it?
A 56-pound sledgehammer.
Look, would anybody mind if I arbitrated?
You dirty devil. You start doing that, pal, and I'll flatten you.
Oh, no. What I mean is, until Sid Squeak brings the cine camera back, Wilfred needs something to occupy his mind.
What mind?
Why don't you do one of these logic problems from this book I brought yesterday, Wilfred?
What a good idea, Ratface.
What's a logic problem?
Well, Wilfred, a logic problem is a puzzle designed to challenge your brain and develop your powers of logical thinking.
Yeah?
And interrelated clues are given, leaving you to put two and two together and, therefore, deduce who's who, where's where, why's why, when's when, how's how, and what's what.
Yeah?
Any questions?
Yeah. What's a logic problem?
Why don't you do one and learn as you go?
You'd have more chance of raising the Titanic single-handed.
Right, I'll do it.
Oh, no, Wilfred, you'll never raise a Titanic. It's ever so heavy.
No, I'll do a logic problem.
Good lad. It's a good decision, is that? A good decision. There's nothing like stretching your brain.
Bring him here, I'll stretch his brain.
Can I help as well? Of course you can, Melanie.
Right, here's the book.
Thank you, Ratface. Aha! This looks an easy one. It's baking day in the kitchen.
Oh.
And 5 housewives are busy cooking.
Yeah?
What are they cooking? How long did it take? What did it weigh? And who cooked what?
I'll give in.
No, Wilfred. You haven't heard the clues yet.
Well, read out the rotten clues then.
Right. Mrs. Butcher didn't bake the spotted dick, which weighed more than the rhubarb tart, which took half the time to cook than Mrs. Plummer's offering, which did not have a cherry on the top, which weighed 2.5 pounds.
That's a very heavy cherry.
Mrs. Grocer's weighed a pound.
Really?
And wasn't the lardy cake, which took 1.5 hours to bake and got burnt because it was heavier than Mrs. Baker's effort, which was either the Dundee cake or the apple pie, and was the second heaviest item made that day.
They're good clues, they are. What I call clues. They don't make clues like that these days. Right, off you go, Wilfred.
Right-o. Ta-da.
Hey, come back, you Wally. Look, try and understand the clues and sort out in your brain who made what, etc., etc.
Come on, Wilfred. Do you understand the clues?
Well, Mrs. Butcher weighed 2.5 pounds after she'd eaten the spotted dick, which took more time to cook than Mrs. Baker, who had a cherry on her head, which weighed more than Mrs. Plummer's cat, who was sick over Mrs. Grocer, as she was trying to get a Dundee cake out of the washing machine, where it had been spinning for 1.5 hours on regular 10, and weighed half as much as what it weighed before it was rhubarb tart. What was the question again?
The question was, Wilfred, do you understand the clues?
Try me.
He's flaming tried, you bonehead. Oh, this is all we need. Frida Nattercan.
What's going on? Oh, I can't cope. Them two loonies have been pestering me life out to bake 'em some fairy cakes.
We certainly have. We just fancied a nibble, didn't we, Ernie?
We did, Geoffrey. What did we fancy?
A nibble.
A nibble. A nibble.
Well, I'm glad you're here, Frida, because you can help me with my logic problem. I've got to find out why the cat ate the rhubarb tart, and who put the Dundee cake in the washing machine. And what is a 2-pound cherry doing in the apple pie?
Don't you start. How the hummer am I supposed to know about cats eating apple pies and Dundee cakes flying out of washing machines? I'm up to my eyes in my own kitchen. Oh, it's a wonder I'm not mental. If you think you're bringing spinning apple pies into my kitchen, you've got another thing coming. And you can keep your Dundee cats as well. Adolf, where's the mousetrap? I'm sure I saw a mouse running off with Melanie's tea. Adolf, no!
Look, Mrs. Nattercan, Wilfie's trying to do a logic problem.
If he wants problems, I'll give him some. That kitchen's full of them. That shelf I'd all put up's just fallen down. And I can't see the floor for desiccated coconut and pearl barley. And if that's not enough, the deep fat fryer's just blown up. And I've got crinkle cut chips all over the ceiling. Oh, I can't cope.
Yeah, but what am I going to do about Mrs. Butcher's spotted dick?
Woo-hoo! Did you hear that, Geoffrey?
I did, Ernie. If there's one thing I like to finish off my Sunday lunch, it's spotted dick.
And me, Geoffrey, and me.
What is it we both like a bit of to finish off our Sunday lunch?
Spotted dick.
Yeah. It is with thick, lumpy cuts, Ernie.
Oh, stop it, Geoffrey. You're driving me mad.
Oh, I'm fed up. How can I be expected to stretch my powers of logical thinking with all this noise? If the lardy cake had a cherry on top, and Mrs. Butcher's cat weighed 2 pounds, where was the rhubarb in the washing machine?
Something wrong with you, Grimshaw. You want putting away. Let's take a vote. Hands up, all those who say we have him put away.
Hang on a minute, hang on. You can't do a thing like that to a fellow human being.
We're not, we're doing it to Grimshaw.
Well, I think you're rotten. We can't all be perfect. I can't help it if I'm not a university graduate.
There's nothing to be ashamed of, Wilfred. Look at me. I never went to university. I was a mixed infant. Oh, yes. For 23 years I was a mixed infant.
Didn't you ever get to the juniors?
Oh, yes, I got to the juniors when I was 37.
But that must have been embarrassing.
It was. I was still wearing short trousers. I go.
I used to hate wearing short trousers.
So did I, Wilfred. In the winter, my legs used to get chapped. Just above my knees.
So did mine.
And my mother used to rub that stuff on at night. And my pyjama trousers used to stick to it.
I can't believe I'm listening to this garbage.
Hey, it's Mr. Squeak from the photography shop.
Oh, here we go. Put your plastic max on.
Excuse me for descending on you at such a short notice, but my assistant here, Mr. Stanley Bubble, said you insisted on our speedy repair service. Isn't that right, Stanley?
Oh, quite right, sir.
And so, as efficiency is our password and speed is second nature to us, customer satisfaction is the result. Isn't that right, Stanley?
Oh, quite right, Sydney.
So, if you can settle the outstanding statement of account as soon as possible, we will disappear from the scene.
Well, how much is it?
£6.77.
Nearly £7. What were wrong with it?
A severe sprain of the sliding sprocket. A shattered shutter. And a distinctly strange smell coming from the canvas carrying case.
What kind of smell?
I suspect it was stale cenopods and Brussels sprouts. Isn't that right, Stanley?
Oh, poo-poo, quite right, Sydney.
I've never smelled steel cenopods.
Congratulations.
So, if you can just settle up.
Here you are. £6.77.
Yes, thank you. Oh, look, Sydney. You don't see many of these 10-shilling notes these days, do you?
You certainly don't, Stanley. All those threepenny bits.
Well, we must be off. I suppose you've got plenty to do.
Oh, yeah. We're going to make a film.
Yeah, and I'm going to be the leading lady.
Yeah. Melanie's going to represent the female interest, like Joan Collins and Linda Evans.
Or Roy Rogers and Trigger.
We wish you all the best. Open the door. Stanley? And always remember, it's service within the week from Bubble and Squeak. So long.
What a pair of wallies.
He's made a nice job of your cine camera, Uncle Rubbish.
He certainly has. It's just like new.
Can we start making the film now? Can we? Can we? Can we? Can we? Can we start now? Can we? Can we? Can we start making it now? Can we? Can we? Can we? Can we start now, please? Can we?
Wilfred, not yet, Wilfred. There's a lot of planning to do yet.
Can we choose a film we're going to make? Can we? Can we? Can we? Can we choose? Can we? Can we choose a film we're going to make?
Why don't we do my favourite?
What's that?
The Gums of Navarone.
No, we must do it democratically. You see, I formed a company. 20th Century Flops.
It's a good name, is that? That's what I call a name, that is.
And first thing after lunch, we'll have a meeting of interested parties.
Well, we're interested in parties, aren't we, Geoffrey?
We certainly are, Ernest. Especially ones where we play kinky games.
Oh, like Coleman's Knock.
How do you play Coleman's Knock?
Just the same as Postman's Knock, except it's a bit dirtier.
Oh, roll on this afternoon.
Now, are we all here?
I think so. Hang on. Where's Frida?
I'm coming. Oh, I can't cope. Oh, I just can't cope.
Look, are we having this rotten meeting or not?
Of course we are, Uncle Nasty. But we have to make sure that everybody's here. We must observe the proper procedure.
Honestly, you'd think we were running MGM the way you're carrying on.
Just remember what grows from little acorns, Uncle Nasty.
Exactly. Squirrels.
If you don't get on with it, there'll be something growing out of your head. A great big lump.
Just remember, they laughed at Beethoven, you know.
When was that, Ratface?
Just after his trousers fell down.
Hey, I think that's funny. Like Postman's Knock, except it's dirtier.
I don't believe it, that was this morning. Look, what are we supposed to be deciding at this meeting?
You know perfectly well what the meeting's about, Uncle Nasty. To decide upon a suitable subject for our first film, and to choose who's doing what.
Hey, why don't we make Rambo?
No, let's make Gandhi.
Make them both and call it Randy.
Shall I tell you what I think? I think we should tackle a biblical epic. Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden.
Hang on. And what are you suggesting we wear in this film?
Fig leaves.
Where the heck are we going to get fig leaves from?
We've got a privet edge. We'll use privet leaves.
That'll be plenty big enough for me.
Well, it won't do for me, pal.
If you play Adam then, Uncle Nasty, you can wear the green tea cozy.
Yeah, good idea. It'll keep you warm as well.
Well, you can leave your fig leaves to us. What do you say, Geoffrey?
Leave your fig leaves to us.
Oh, do you leave your fig leaves too?
Oh,
You do? We could knit hundreds with that bottle green thick knit when it comes.
edged in pink broderie anglais.
Oh, brilliant.
We'll start right now.
Get away from me with that tape measure.
Uncle Rubbish, can I ask you had in mind, like, to play the voluptuous, passionate, naked temptress, Eve?
What are you looking at me for? You are joking. You won't get me to take my clothes off. I haven't got undressed since an air raid in 1942. And I'm not starting today. You're not separating me from my thermal vest.
You're quite right, Frida. You retain your air of feminine mystery.
All right, then. That leaves Melanie.
I don't mind Beanie, but you'll have to find me teeth. Otherwise, I can't bite the apple.
You're definitely crackers, the lot of you. I mean, what are we going to use as the Garden of Eden? The rotten window box?
I've thought about that, actually. And I think a deputation should go and ask the vicar. He said we could use the scout hut.
Ah, well, that's it then.
What's it?
That's it. We convert the scout hut into a Wild West saloon and make a western.
Oh, brilliant.
Hey, yeah, I can see it now. 20th Century Flops present Gunfight Round the Back of the Scout Hut. Starring Clint Grimshaw.
What are you talking about?
Hey, can I play Diamond Lil?
On our budget, you'd be playing Plastic Ethel. What chance have we got of doing a western? You can't do a western talking like we do.
Well, let's do a North Country Western.
Fantabuloso.
That's it. Let's get cracking on the script. I think that's fantastic. A West Country Northern.
The North Country Western, you duck egg.
It's a good idea, is it? What I call an idea. It's new. It's different.
It's pathetic.
Oh, let's do it. I want to be Diamond Lil.
We're going to do it, Melanie. We'll convert the scout hut into a Wild West saloon called the Golden Tripe.
That sounds appropriate.
And we'll start the film with some Western music.
Oh, you mean like this? Now you've heard the tale of Jesse James.
Big Jesse, Big Jesse.
How he was fond of fun and
Big
games.
Jesse, Big Jesse.
One day he rode into Thunder Rock and he gave the cowboy such a shock. Riding side saddle in a frock.
Big Jesse, Big Jesse.
Yes. That's not exactly what I had in mind. Now, this is how I see it.
This film is dedicated to those pioneers who blazed a trail across the Lancashire plain. Pioneers who became legends. Men like the Salford Kid, the Grimsby Gambler, and the Preston Pratt. Gold had been found in Pennines, and all of it north, men left their loved ones. Aye, they left their pigeons and joint gold rush. Among them was Runcorn Roy, and Trigger his faithful ferret. Our story takes place in the Golden Tripe Saloon. Some of the toughest men in the north are playing poker.
Hey up and see thee, Warrington Willie. I'll raise thee a tanner.
Oh, you are bold. I've always said if ever a cowboy was bold, it's you. What have I always said he was, Geoffrey?
Bold.
Bold. He takes after his mother. You know how bold she was.
Oh, I do.
Yeah. Do you know she was the first in our street to go pea-picking topless? Oh.
Will you two plant pots stop witching and play poker? And will that flipping pianist pack it in? He's getting on my nerves. I said, pack it in, pal. Right, where were we?
I'll cover that sixpence and raise you 3 black puddings.
Ah, well, what about thee, Nurse Brunelli?
I've got 2 pair.
Well, there's a novelty.
Does that mean you're dropping out?
I hope not, I've just had my dinner.
Yeah, well, I'm throwing my hand in.
It's your face that needs throwing.
Well, Warrington Willie, that leaves thee and me. So I'll raise your black pudding by 1 pig's trotter.
Hey, he must have a good hand to put a foot in.
Well, I'll be daring and risk raising it by 2 whippets.
By heck, I'll have to cash a cheque. Now, where's Newton Lee Willow's Nathaniel?
You mean Mr. West?
Ah, that's him. Nat West.
Nobody move. I've got you all covered.
Oh, crumbs, it's for the Steel Alley.
I've come for me woman, Fleetwood Frida.
Oh, I can't cope, I just can't cope. If I've scrubbed one floor today, I've scrubbed a dozen. Scrub, scrub, scrub. I'm fed up of scrubbing. Right, fed up.
You know how desperate I am for thee, Frida.
I know what you're after.
You're right. My floor needs scrubbing. Come on then, my horse is outside waiting.
You know I can't ride a flaming horse.
I don't want you to ride it, I want you to carry it.
Now, just hold on there, Huddersfield, Harry.
Oh, this could be trouble. It's Charlton come Hardy Charlie.
Frida's my woman, Siddy. She only scrubs my floor now.
Where I come from, that's fighting talk.
Well, why aren't you fighting?
I don't live there now.
If there's going to be any bother, you'll find me under the table.
Oh, no, they won't. There's no more room under here.
Okay, Huddersfield. Go for your gun.
Well, that settled it. I won't be scrubbing floors for either of them now.
Why, Frida? Have they killed each other?
No, they've just shot me bucket full of holes.
Now, Jesse James had both eyes shut.
Big Jesse, Big Jesse.
He was so upset he stamped his foot.
Big Jesse, Big Jesse.
He said, I'm gonna count to 10, and I want this fighting stopped by then. Now he's scrubbing floors for both the men.
Big Jesse, Big Jesse.
You've been listening to You Ought to Be in Pictures, starring the Grumbleweeds, Albert, Carl, Graham, Morris and Robin. You Ought to Be in Pictures was written and produced in Manchester by Mike Craig, and he ought to be set in concrete.
The Grumbleweeds will be back on Radio 2 at 10:30 next Friday. Tomorrow morning, Sounds of the 60s takes to the air at its new time of 9 o'clock. Looking back on that musical era in tomorrow's program is someone who made a memorable contribution to 60s music himself, Justin Hayward.